and the African Cup of Nations is doing way much better. It just happened not long ago, as we all remember.
The infrastructure is improved.
Yeah. And Congo done amazingly well. I was rooting for them, bro. Yeah. So
it's not about dancing anymore.
it's not just about that. It was beautiful though.
Leave hip life alone. What's going on, people? It's your boy BX, and welcome to another episode of Fly on the Wall. And today I am joined by some Black Kings. Welcome to the show. We have
TJ
and
Oris. Oris without the B.
If you know, then you know.
That's right.
Oh my days. Brilliant. How we doing, guys?
Not too bad, bro.
Yeah, good. Good start to the week, Monday.
Come on, let's get it.
Happy Monday.
Come on, happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
So, TJ, the first time we met was in your workplace.
Yes, that's
I
right.
was up for my cousin's birthday.
Right.
And I come up to you before we left, and I was like, has anyone told you you look like Kante?
Therefore.
Check the irony. He pulls out his phone, shows me a picture with Kante. I was like, what's going on here? So I found out about obviously the fact that he's heavily involved in football, plays football, so he's doing more than just obviously working at the restaurant, so we exchanged details, and I thought I'd bring you on to the Fly in the Wall platform to share your story with everybody,
I'm so glad that you invited me here, and I'm thankful to you for giving me the opportunity to, share my dreams and everything that I love since I was a kid. So,
Come on. This is what Fly on the Wall is all about, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're here to big up the unsung heroes, people who are doing big things out here and just giving people their flowers, So that's what I'm about, So, so could you tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do?
I'm Gambian. Now I manage a restaurant in Dalston where we met. I'm fully PT, like personal training. I've been personal training for 15 years. Got tired of it now. I'm a bit slowing down on that.
Look his biceps.
No. They're tiny, bro. Come on, I see your biceps. So,
listen, The Rock, watch out.
Come on.
Exactly.
Right, but we in Ramadan now, so I'm gonna be going to the gym, but it's not gonna be as tough and crazy as we used to do it. But we're gonna try, and So, I'm a fully FA badge, like qualified FA badge holder. So, I'm going for my levels UFC in the next couple of months. Straight after Ramadan, I want to do that, and then
Ramadan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, also thank you for joining us. As I know you're fasting.
Come on. It's lovely to be here, bro.
Alaikum salam.
Yes, my bro.
That's it, right?
Wa alaikum salam. You say Ramadan Mubarak. That's all. That's good enough.
Okay.
Or you can say Ramadan Kareem.
Oh, Ramadan Kareem,
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my Muslim people
man.
out there fasting. So, So, what inspired you to create TJFC?
For me, what inspired me was I've always loved football. I'm a massive Arsenal fan. That's where I met my partner here, Boris, at the football game.
Boris.
Oh God! Did I just do that?
You're Oris.
Did I just do that? No way!
We know why.
Sorry, bro. Yeah.
It's an easy mistake.
Should we give them context? So
Yeah, go on. You gotta go
I
on.
think you gotta,
Oh, but for people who don't know, obviously my official name is literally the beginning, the first letter. Let me leave it to the imagination of the people to work out. So the first letter of my name, is B. Yeah. So literally, mine and Oris's name is just
The big-
one
One
letter
lesson
difference.
missing.
And it's the first one out of the two, so it's
And
crazy.
because we're talking to you,
Yeah.
because of a B, so it's
I'm
very
like-
easy to get it mixed up.
Oris and Oris. There you go.
Right, going back to the point now.
Oh, I love it.
Going back to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've always loved football. Being a massive Arsenal fan, wanted to see what the football thing is like in Africa and whatnot, and the African competition is doing way much better. It just happened not long ago, as we all remembered.
The infrastructure is improved.
Yeah, and Congo done amazingly well. I was rooting for them, bro. Yeah.
You get me?
So
It's not just not about dancing anymore.
exactly.
Alain Denai Air Force One. Clinique Comedies. Fimbo
Exactly. It's not just about that.
Hey,
It was beautiful though.
leave hip life alone.
So, me saying that, and Gambia going to this second time of the AFCON, but we got thrown into the Lions then this time around. Everyone that was
To say the
around us.
least.
Yeah, exactly. So, we did manage to give them a game, but it wasn't good enough. So, we got knocked out in the first stage of the tournament.
Yeah.
So, but last time we went, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals, and it was amazing. We scored a goal, defense, and then see the game off. It was beautiful. Yeah. So
Every man behind the ball.
exactly. So from that, and I see everyone love football back home and whatnot. The kids would do anything to play football, from playing football, learning how to play with barefoot. In the rainy season, they call this tournament called Nawetan. That's just like literally rainy season in Wolof. Yeah. So
Mad.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
yeah,
Please.
yeah. And Oris himself was telling me about that happening in Nigeria. So
So the
rainy season tournament. It's like a 3-4 month thing, but intense, bro. You got the whole community behind it. Everyone got nuts about Nawetan. I got people today asking me for football boots for the Nawetan coming up.
Yeah.
There's some of them. Some ballers just want to play Nawetan because that's when you everyone get to know you in the community, and all of that. So if you wanna,
So you lived in Gambia?
yes, I lived in Gambia for 22 years. Yeah,
Right.
bro.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what was that like?
Beautiful. Just I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but yeah, playing football, learning to play football. I started
Is
playing.
footwear a real problem out there then? Footwear.
Footwear can be a massive problem for some people.
Yeah. For the average person, would you say?
For every
Or
person,
is it as bad as people think? Is basically what I'm trying to.
you know
ask.
what? In the Gambia,
Good to hear from the horse's mouth.
yeah, it's about 2.5 million, and the middle class and the poverty line. It's not, well, we all kind of one people, so
Yeah.
it was easy to go around. Back, especially in our time, maybe now it might be a bit harder. Like the whole world is hard right now, but
Yeah.
for me, and I was lucky enough to be like someone that my mom would get me anything that I wanted back then. So.
So you're a bit spoiled.
No, I don't. Mama's boy, you know them ones there. Come on, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just affirming your point, yeah? Yeah, big spoiled and all of that. So she got to get me whatever I want, but whenever I get into trouble, them football boots are going into the truck collecting the rubbish next week. And then but she will end up going back buying again and all of that. But the problem I used to have is I can be the one with the trainers, with the football boots, but everyone else, let's say 70% of the people on the pitch don't have no proper football boots. And they're like, it's not fair for you to be wearing them studs and we be...
So what would the average player be wearing?
Bro, some plastic shoes. We call it nyamba.
This is interesting.
We call it nyamba. Some plastic.
Nyamba.
Yeah, some
Okay.
plastic shoes and then...
Now people need to know this.
Yeah, I know, bro.
I'll speak on that as well when
Yeah,
it finishes.
and as kids, yeah, we used to take some rubbers and attach it to make the studs and all of that, bro. But me, I was lucky enough to have it. But me seeing my friends do that, I want to get my hands dirty. I want to help out. I want to be part of that. So we done all of that. Then from there, we moved on to started playing football within a month, right outside of my front yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my elders saw me, not just one, few of them saw me and told me you was good enough to go out now. You don't have to be playing ball here. So they took me to these trials, which was for the rainy season tournament again,
Right.
for a team called Culture. But I had friends there and people that I went to school with.
Okay.
But they were all in the same kind of like area. But me, I was a little bit away from. It wasn't technically like in my own area, because I got a closer team that I could have played for, called Balkan, but I moved on and played for the other team, which was a little bit far away from us, but within the same within the same borough. Yeah, within the same borough. But
Okay, cool.
yeah, but this one is right on the outskirts of the town, the area we were living.
Okay.
So.
Why did you turn your back on your local team?
No, I don't. Bro, it wasn't because they never gave. I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, since I was a kid, I think. Guess what? The one that is coaching the team now, he used to be the defender, and we've always been friends and everything, but we wasn't that close.
Okay.
And there was always this kind of thing that like he was good enough, I was good enough, so we need to watch out for each other. So whenever we were playing, because we used to do every weekend, we used to do something called. What is it called? Warga, which means like some next tea that we drink. You chip in money, we play against each other. So we used to play against them, they used to play against. So I think that's where the differences came from. So I had to go play outside, came back. So, but it was good for the experience. Played there for a year.
Yeah.
And then the following year, when they were about to start the tournament, that's when I jumped on a plane to come to London to leave for good.
Oh, okay.
So I came to study, but here I am till today.
Yeah.
I'm not still.
You started partying.
Yeah, them ones, bro.
Started to see diverse women.
Bro, it's crazy. You know how.
And you got your go-to.
That just came out.
No, that's from going to Mecca though.
Yeah. That came from Saudi. I went to Saudi.
Okay.
And then that was like a year and a half ago. So yeah. It was the driver who suggested to me, took me to the dentist, and then they literally gave it to me for free, bro. Compared to what we pay out here, I would never do it here again.
Yeah.
I would never suggest anyone to do it. You can travel there and get it for next to nothing, literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you come over here,
right?
So did you get straight into football?
Yes, because I always wanted to be a baller. So I came here, started going college. One time I was playing in one of the parks, just juggling the ball and whatnot in East London. Mm-hmm. There is this guy called Keith, who used to run Newham Warriors. Saw me and he invited me to come and join his team that he was training. They were on the 16s. Yeah. They were 16 plus, 16.
I was about to say under 16.
Yeah, they were 16 over, yeah. So
Sunday League team.
Sunday League team, yeah. So then I trained, and he was like, yo, you got to come join my team. I'm like, yo, I'm too old for these kids, I can't be doing this. He's like, how old are you? I told him my age, and he was like, no, you can't, Jamaican guy. He was to be like, no, you can't be no, the ones. You can't be no 22-year-old boy.
Yeah.
You just turned 22, if anything, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah,
Boom, he did what he did, so got me in the team.
Yeah.
I'm playing every weekend, training. Mm-hmm. That's how I even got into pastoral trade, if you look at it, because...
Yeah.
And from the area that I come from, around Stratford, Forest Gate, Banner Park, all of the areas, like, it was peak. Had friends there, some got in trouble and whatnot, some even lost their lives and whatnot. So, you get it. So, when that happened, I had to leave everything I was doing in the end, so I decided to just go Central London to look for anything.
You was going down the wrong path.
Yeah. Not just me. Everything else around me was just... dark and crazy them days. So I was like, okay, I need to get into the city, find something. Yeah. That's how I got into this gym that was owned by Bill Kenwright, who was Everton Football Club owner. Okay. And Carol Coplin used to be the one running the gym for her, who was advisor, lifestyle coach to Tony Blair and the wife. Back then, when Tony Blair was in office. She was literally my mentor. She gave me the opportunity.
When he was Prime Minister?
No. Carol Coplin, who was the advisor of...
Yeah, when Tony Blair was Prime Minister.
Yes, when Tony Blair was Prime Minister. Yeah, so...
Mad thing.
Yeah, I know, but long crazy, so...
He's shining.
No, so she gave me the opportunity to be a cleaner there, because the cleaner keep not showing up. Okay. So I started cleaning the place. They liked it, and every now and then I was sneaking and start lifting a little bit of weights and whatnot, doing my chin-ups and whatnot. Yeah. One day I think she caught me, and she was like, "If you want to train, why don't you just come in an hour early, or you can do it an hour after?" I'm like, "Are you giving me permission to train?" She's like, "Come on, it's here. You use it." but it's a bit like your gym, bro. Crazy, everything in it. So I started using the facilities before you know doing the cleaning at the same
State
time.
of the art.
Bro, yeah. So the next thing you know is she suggested to me that if I want the job, I took the job. Then when I took the job as a permanent staff, opportunities started coming. I see personal trainers. I'm like, my body started changing, looking better than a lot of them. So I'm like, you know what? I need to look into what these men are doing. They're getting much more paid than I am, and you know. So when I looked into it, asked a couple of people, they told me about it. I'm like, yo, that's too expensive for me to pay. I can't afford that. But guess what happened? Some Iranian American woman paid for all of my courses. She spent about 10K on me, bro, just for courses. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what got me to be a personal trainer, and I end up having the likes of Dickie Clark as clients, Paul Vella, and a few other stars, bro. And some of my clients are not even famous, but bro, they're good. Yeah, they're good. So that's how I got to know Mark. Mark as well. Mark, an amazing guy. Like without him, I don't think I would have. There's many times I got upset by other people. You know how they do, bro. They see you trying to step up.
Yeah.
People wouldn't like it. Sometimes I feel myself, and I got this like pride in me that makes me want to kill some. I don't want to kill somebody, but what makes me want to do something crazy, bro. And then he will see me downstairs. I'll be like, yo, Mark, fuck this. I'm gone. I'm leaving this shit. I'm out.
Yeah.
So as I'm about to leave, he will put me on the side, tell me, like, yo.
So you're just battling with your ego.
Yeah.
Bro, he helped me with that really well. He would sit me down and be like, yo, do you think it was going to be easy for you to come in here and take over everything? They see the potential in you and everything. They give me all the positive feedback. And then I started seeing things from a different perspective, knowing that, yo, there's a reason why this is happening. When I was cleaning, no one was giving me no issues. So now I'm stepping up the ladder. They see what I'm capable of.
You're like a threat.
Exactly. So when he put that in, and I took it though, and I was from then, I was just talking to him over the weekend when Arsenal was playing. We was texting each other. He's an amazing guy. So I know this guy here who is a partner to the whole thing through Mark. So yeah.
Nah, man, but that speaks volumes about obviously your character.
Yeah, try, bro.
So just shows you, and the world is it's obviously the world's fucked. And you know there's things like racism, but
bro, tell me about
in reality, I think most people are not racist. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you know, will gravitate to you just because of your personality. You never know who you will meet in life. You know, no matter what color they are. You know what I'm saying? So as long as obviously you're a moral person and you're a respectful person, and you know people take a liking to your character, man. You don't know who. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna meet and who's gonna open certain doors. Yeah. You know, so that's the impression I get from from your.
To be honest, that's exactly how it is.
You know what I'm saying? So nah, man, big up to you, man. You know, so what are the aims of TJFC?
Right, the aim of TJFC is to be the best #1 team in the Gambia. I'm gonna say this out here. Sorry, my Gambian people, but we're coming out for everything. We're taking everything over, inshallah. Yeah, with the help of the Most High. Listen to
this. What standard is TJFC?
TJFC, the standard right now is.
What age groups as well?
We got categories from A on the 10s, 13s, and then 15 plus.
Okay.
So we got about 4 different categories. And the big team just played against a selection. If I had the time, but I could have told you this on my phone, you know. If you don't know it, well, the coach just sent it to me. He trains 1-to-1 individual players that are playing in the top league.
Yeah.
So he done a selection of a bunch of them against our team. Our team beat them 1-0, and then they were gassed about the performance and everything. So that was a good feedback that we needed to have. I think I sent you. Yeah. So that alone is, I think the kids are getting ready for their third division qualifier rounds. Because, bro, I love the struggle. I could have everyone is telling me you could have just go and buy a big team and whatnot. But, bro, I don't think financially it would be really costly. That money can go into getting our own facilities and whatnot, which I'm looking to do.
Yeah.
But eventually, I don't mind us taking it slow to qualify and learn as much as we can as we're doing that. So that will only make us better.
Yeah.
And every generation, we're not looking to. I'm looking at the young kids, that especially the age group of the 10-year-olds.
They must have some world beatings.
No, but those are the ones I'm looking to. I'm not saying we're not gonna do nothing with the ones we got, but those are the ones that we want to nurture and get them to the toppest level that you can ever imagine that they can get to. And we can do that, not just by we can do that within the Gambia, because the stuff that they got right now is helping them a lot with their basics training and whatnot. Once we got our facility, we got access to get them in and out of the facilities. But that's a no-brainer. But there is, to be honest, when it comes to the football world, I know a few people that can help out in a lot of things, especially like not just financially, but they can help up with their skills and the knowledge that they learn from the game. They will volunteer to do it for free. So that's what we're looking to.
In the name of giving back.
Yes, the name of giving back. And don't get me wrong, even though it's a giving back, it started with a giving back thing, but you can make money just from training people. Because I got 100 people that are on free. So we take it into have 500 kids. 400 if they pay, the amount of money, you can make up to 60,000 to 70,000 pounds from that.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, come on.
Just from providing the services to the kids. And but when it comes to the marketing and all of that, I can do that because I got a gym back home as well, which works perfectly well with this. Because every footballer or every athlete need strength and conditioning, which I can easily do if I'm there. But I can train people to do that. So they will have we try and have everything under one umbrella, if you get what I mean. So that's where we're trying to get to.
No, that is sick, man. There's so much going on in Africa, and they love to negatively portray Africa to prevent people. I think especially black people.
That's one of the reasons why
the flipping. Everyone's there. You know what I'm saying? All like the ruling class and all these people influential. Like the Western countries are all up in Africa, but they're just saying.
But they keeping. Hold on. They keeping. From the way I look at it is I think they're keeping us away to get more of what we got. They're selling us for. I got, to be honest, I learned everything in England here. Don't get me wrong. I didn't learn much when I was back there.
Yeah, of course.
But when it comes, that's what I'm saying. When it comes, we're not living in heaven here,
Come on.
Yeah, so, and I've seen people where they live back home and whatnot. But and don't get me, Africa is up and coming. Africa is
it's not what the media is trying to show.
No, they wouldn't show us that. But that's why your platform comes into hand.
Exactly.
Great, you're doing an amazing job. And I know a lot more people that are doing more than what we started. But keep it going. Keep pushing the narrative, and we're only gonna get there.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
So, Oris, how did you meet TJ, and what convinced you to become his business partner?
How did I meet TJ? So going back, he mentioned about Mark earlier. So Mark is a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And Mark invited me and my other friend to the Arsenal game, and then we met. Also, Mark invited TJ to the same game as well, so we met at the game, and we just got, the root and N'Golo Kante. So we met at the football game, and why I chose. So he told me briefly about what he's developing, and I thought, let's have a meeting. So we had a meeting, went through it in terms of the stages and what he's looking to, the next steps and so on. I think for me, the reason why I chose to work with him, you mentioned about character earlier. And just the way he spoke, and also just his ideas and his vision, and I like the sound of this. And also I thought, if he wasn't someone that's credible, Mark would have known him for more than 10 years.
Yeah, I bet.
If he wasn't, I was knowing Mark, I'm like, Mark would not be friends with this guy for 10 years. And I think he came across very genuine, and also, I think you spoke briefly about going to Saudi as well and all of that stuff. And for me, I don't necessarily profess to any religion in this stage of my life. I think for me, just hearing how that plays, just how he governs what he lives in, his principles and values and so on. I was like, this guy's something that can be trusted. And for me, just there was that. Definitely came across as someone who's credible, trustworthy, and the fact he's been a PT for over 10 years as well. So there were key things that show that this guy, he's genuine, and he's real and he's a hard worker. There's a lot of things that he's doing back home as well. I'm thinking, yeah, I like the sound of this. So yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for you guys to actually start?
I think we pretty much
doing
agreed.
business together?
I think we pretty much agreed after the first meeting.
Okay,
that we're gonna, yeah.
That quick.
Yeah.
And then he sent, which says that for me, I'm more of like, says like paperwork.
Yeah.
Obviously, do the formalities, you know.
Come on.
I'm like, so let's put things in
Don't
agreement.
ramp with the Nigers, you know.
So
So don't ramp with the Nigers, you know.
I'm like, so let's get things written down on paper, you know, signed and all of that stuff. And pretty much, yeah, it's literally after the first meeting. And also, I think for me, it fitted into, because part of my plan is to invest into, you know, projects back in Africa as well. So I'm Nigerian, born and raised in Nigeria. I moved over here when I was 17, back in 2000, and I thought, okay, let me see how. I was one of those people who, based on, you know, growing up, I did not want to have anything to do back home. I didn't want to be seen as if that, you know, make
I thought
money.
you were born and bred here. Like,
No. No, I've been there for 24 years this year.
Yeah.
And
He
I'm
lives
like,
in the posh side of London. Oh, come on.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Them and the Congolese up here, like, the beaches. In Africa, innit? It's neck on neck, but I'll give it to the Nigers. We can't dress like us, though.
Yo, I saw the Congolese fans on the African Congolese on board, the dress and all that. I was like, rah, but I need to learn how to.
Listen.
did you see the footballer that when I can't remember what club? I think it was for Watford. His uncle, the way his uncle was dressed, I'm like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
on a motorbike.
Listen, we're just drawing constantly. And, like, London is just like full of Congolese people just
Tottenham.
turning up.
Especially Tottenham.
I know.
Bro,
but there's
listen,
no
listen, you come to the
shout
restaurant, I can't believe the amount of Congolese that walks in there.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of Congolese coming in there. But I saw. Let me skip that part because my missus is going to divorce me, right? I don't want to know.
Where's she from?
So, no, see, Congolese, bro. The melanin on the big woman. I see them, I'm like, God created some amazing people. But she was just like a decent, black, beautiful woman, you know? So I just had to. Yeah, man.
Come on. Congolese women are beating.
Yeah, man.
You know this.
Yeah, man.
We were celebrating like we won
man.
AFCON. Like every time we go through. Oh, man.
I can't remember what we were talking about now. What was I saying?
So,
You was just saying how you come back from thing, like when you came here and all of that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so I've always wanted to invest back home. So that's when we had a conversation, and I also wanted to visit places like Senegal and this part of Africa and stuff. I was like, this makes sense. So yeah, that's and also I love football as well.
yeah.
You know,
Who'd you support?
Arsenal. Again, I've still been at the Arsenal game. I also
Spurs make me sick.
yeah.
Very-
I also used to hold a FA badge, coaching badge as well. And I coached for 3 years, coached my uni team, like the men's third team for 3 years as well. So there's that experience of football.
Okay.
Did internship at a football club. So I've always, and it's funny because when I was in uni, first and second year of uni, you know, when the lecturer was asking, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Then I was like, I want to be a managing director of a football club. This was literally like,
Here you are. Here you are.
and then,
That's so
and
Nigerian.
then
I just love it though.
Elephant night people, man.
So ambitious.
and then people laughed. People actually laughed, thinking like, how's that going to be possible? And lo and behold,
Yeah, I don't know. Not knowing.
few weeks later, I ended up getting an internship at Birmingham City Football Club back then. And then here we are, I'm thinking, it's like, oh, hang on a second. Could this all be that? Yeah.
Written in the stars, like.
Yeah, so interesting.
Fate. Nah,
Yeah.
big you up. And what is the highest level you've played at?
Oh, I did. For
Over
me, over here, this is like the most probably Saturday.
Okay.
I did not play high level at all.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a. I think that's partly due to confidence, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think I wasn't really confident in myself growing up, and I mean the first time I wore football boots was when I was 17.
Oh,
so coming here as a
little
17
known fact.
exactly coming here as a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
You just try to fit in all that stuff. I
New
think
waters, innit?
yeah. So it's only later on before I stopped playing football. That's when I realized how good I was. I went to I tried for a Saturday team.
Yeah.
The first team, and they were like, "Geez, who's this? Who's this dude?" I think for me, that's when I was like, "Oh, wow, I didn't realize I was actually that good."
Yeah.
So if I'd known that much, I probably would have,
Pushed on. Yeah.
Pushed on.
When you grow up in London, like everywhere you go, football.
yeah.
Saying you go to school, play football.
So I did like
Go back
Sunday
home.
league, college, and all of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everyone's just trying to make it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously most don't.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, my thighs and hamstring are in bits. I played on Saturday.
Yeah.
Straight into Essex Senior. I've been out of the game for a bit. But obviously, I still work out, go running in my spare time and do it as much as I can anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ticking over, you know, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the older I'm getting, I'm not trying to make it a Premiership or anything.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I still got a lot to offer where I've played semi-pro.
Right. That's good.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, on literally Friday afternoon, my boy calls me. Hey, shout out Kingy, man. James King, my guy. You get me?
Yeah, man.
And so this team's pushing for promotion. Essex Senior. There's like, we've got some injuries at the back. You know, obviously I'm versatile. I'm a midfielder by trade, but you know, can play anywhere. Innit? It's like, look, we need someone like of your character on the team. Right? I was like, you know what, cool, yeah, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Played 8 minutes. We won 5-2. 5-2. Yeah, played 80 minutes as soon as I come on. 5 minutes later, we conceded 2 goals.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So the manager's never seen me play.
Yeah.
So we spoke. You know, he was convinced. Obviously, you know, he looked me up.
Yeah.
My boy vouched. Bro, the next day, yeah, I could not walk.
Oh.
Is it?
I could
Guess
not.
that.
Oh my days! I could not sit on the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, even like I got.
Bro, running around for 80 minutes,
Parkinson's or
it's not the same as
Bro.
squatting and doing whatever you do in the gym. They can't put
Nothing
it-
prepares you for a match,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the thing. But match fit, like, to be match fit,
level.
you have to go out there and play.
Yeah.
On an
Bro, the twisting and turning that you do and all of that. In the gym, when you're squatting, it's kind of easy movement, but that will make your movement on the pitch better and quicker and
Course.
faster. But you
Course.
have to do that consistently
Hey,
for you to be able to be.
Yeah.
But you can't just turn up on one day and give it everything. It will let you happen on the day. Like you can do all of that. But bro, and we're not getting any younger. Bro.
Nah, exactly. But that's when the experience comes into it.
Yeah. And I think that's why I stopped playing football as well, because just the thought of the day after, I'm just like, I don't know if I
Bro, I used to look. Me, I don't get that pain. I still play ball,
This
but
is-
trust me, I don't get that pain like that, bro. I don't know why.
I'll run for over an hour and a half, but you know, just solid run. But to play football for that long, I'm just thinking,
This is.
I'm dreaded. But
Yeah,
again,
no.
it might just be a thing in my head that maybe I might be fine.
I've
might be
done
okay,
that
but
most of my life. So I've played at academies.
Yeah.
Stuff. Obviously, you know, you play street football growing up, and then you go academy. So obviously, you know, here there's more of obviously a infrastructure.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, opposed to obviously Africa.
Africa, that's
Even though
right.
The talent's there.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, most
I mean,
probably better than the talent over here.
Way better, fam.
But
If those
do you know
people
what I
can
mean?
learn football
So
barefoot
that was
without
just-
no equipment or anything,
Do you know what
and
I'm
then we
saying?
still manage to get the likes of Yaya Toure, the likes of bro, the list goes on. JJ Okocha, man, but come on.
Do you know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
just to say that I think there are facilities, but the thing is, just not as accessible or
That's
widespread.
absolutely right.
So there are, because I mean, TJ sent me
Yeah.
there's a academy in Gambia, states of the art. Like,
Okay,
so
interesting.
so there are, but then
We're
there's
gonna
people
get to
with
that. Yeah.
people with money and the resources to create that.
We're gonna-
So go back to football boots. There are people who, I think now you see more kids wearing football boots and so on playing. The only thing that's only, again, people with money that can afford it. So those things are there, but it's just not like here where any normal average Joe can go to the shop to buy.
Sports Direct.
Exactly. To buy a non-brand name. So whereas over there, it's just financially, it's just not as accessible for some
Man,
people.
we're saying this in 2024.
Yeah, but those facilities are there. No, there are facilities there.
No, I bet. So, how did the attention from the Gambia radio television services
All right.
come about then? Because that's big.
Right. This was something that Oris. You see the money.
Isn't that like the BBC of Gambia?
Yes,
Or
it could-
ITV1?
yeah, what are the yeah, man, on that level.
Yeah.
So it was after I had the conversation with Oris, and I told him, when it comes to the investment, I don't want you to give me no cash, don't give me no money. What I'm gonna do is, you start with the equipment, everything that you're gonna be, we're gonna need towards the team right now. I think I've been running it for a year. and I needed some support. And I told him, you know what, this is what we're going to be doing now. I will send you everything that you need. I will source all of it, get an invoice,
What type of
send it to you. Like footballs, the bips, new jerseys, football boots, some simpat, the whole lot, bro. And then we managed to get them a camera, little cameras and whatnot, and a drone just to make sure that we can monitor what they're doing. And we're trying to get a lot more for them. But yeah, so let me go back to that. So that was how, when we got all of that, I told him, I'm going to send this stuff to your address. Because he's part of it now. So I'm not going to be the one taking all the responsibility. It's like, he paid for it. Then I sent the lady his address. Everything was made in China. And then some of them were bought from here.
Big up China.
Big up China. I know, I'm bigging them up too much, man. Yeah, man. Bro, they're making it a hell of a lot of difference for some African people. You get what I mean? I know some people might not agree, but it's what it is. So
foreign policy, innit?
Yeah, man, bro. So he got this stuff, and then me and my boy Faisal, big up to him as well. He's been amazing. Now they picked up the stuff, so I had to send it through a shipping agent here to the Gambia. So when he got there, and the people saw it, they're like, "Yo, you need to. This is a lot like you're doing for the kids and whatnot, and we want someone to. You should put this on the telly. You got access to the TV. They done something for your gym before in the past. Just contact someone and see what they're gonna say. That's when I goes to, because I saw some people even taking a bag. Yeah, I'm not disrespecting no one's effort to try and helping the kids. But I've seen some people just getting one gym bag literally full of bips or whatnot, and then it's been featured on the local internet news regarding football and whatnot. So I'm like, so someone said to me, like, you do it 50 times more than that. It's not me. Like, with my partners, we're doing more than that. So we should put it somewhere. So I called my cousin who works for the GRTS, who's the boss of the news crew. He just talked to the guy in the sports department, and then they send them everything. So they're like, yo, this is worth covering. So that people, because that's when the Gambia came out of the African Cup of Nations as well, and the whole nation was down about our GFF, which is the football governing federation, like accusation of frauds and whatnot, bro. The mismanagement of funds,
What a surprise,
bro. So
in Africa,
bro, come on, you understand, bro? So all of that was going on. Then the thing gets. So we put it out there, and a lot of people were happy about it. And still, I got people still talking about it today. And I've got few people that I want to get involved again. We got this shares. You part of this thing now. So we're going to discuss how we're going to do this and all of that. And then I've got another cousin of mine who plays ball. I'm not going to mention his name here, but he plays football in UK here. And I'm not even going to mention the league. He's in the south. Okay. So, but he's doing his bits. So he wants me to talk to him regarding the whole thing. So we talked initially. So he just wanted me to put it on paper and so we can see. And then he will see what he can do. So if I can get people to come and as many people as possible, but I'm not trying to keep it to myself. What I'm trying to do is build up a proper structure that because Oris is doesn't just buy stuff. He does a lot behind the scene.
Okay.
He knows people, and he's doing all the legal aspect of it in the UK here, which I'm not. I'm not the guy for that, bro. I can do all the other stuff, but not that. So, and he's got good agents that I'm not gonna be like that. He knows and great people that are around him. And imagine if we happen to get all of those, if you happen to put all of those expertise into one, it will just make life easy for all of us. And then what we wanna set up, we will be able to achieve it nice and easy, to make it to be the number one spot owned by a black man, the one that he was talking about, the one that he was talking about in the Gambia, it wasn't a black owned thing, yeah.
Come on, that is big. That is big. Oris, did you also liaise with the Gambian radio television services? Have you?
No. So that's TJ's contacts here.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. And when was the last time you were both in Gambia?
We haven't been yet.
I haven't been yet, no.
You haven't been yet.
Oh, he hasn't.
I haven't actually seen physical the team. I think, well, we were hoping to go this year, but again, work commitments and other things just hasn't been made possible. But I will be going.
The first thing he said to me is like, when he saw the thing, he was like, "Yo, those boxes were sitting in my sitting room, literally, like all this time. Now it's back there." So, yeah, we haven't been yet, but we definitely doing that. We're definitely doing that.
No.
You're more than happy to come along,
Bro, I've heard loads
man.
about Gambia, man, other than the other cliche stuff that you hear about.
I just want to try the Wolof rice, the
the
original
jollof.
jollof.
Oh,
the
right.
original jollof. With the Wolof people, yeah.
The original, you know.
That's actually it's from the what?
Educate me, yeah.
I'm a Wolof man sitting here talking to
So
you, my bro.
basically,
Come
you know
on.
how Nigerians and Ghanaians going about jollof rice.
I know,
Jollof,
I know.
But
So it's a
actually,
myth.
it's the Wolof.
Ghana, like, claim-
It's actually the Wolof people
Okay.
that originated it, and it's named after the Wolof.
We don't call it Wolof. We don't call it jollof. We
Yeah,
call it
it's actually Wolof. Yeah.
Listen, you had J
So
Hos's
take out
song.
the J and swap it for W.
Yeah,
That's
have you
literally-
had J Hos's song? We sit on the same table. Sometimes we call it Chebujin. Ben Supakanja, and Supakanja is a different thing.
Yeah.
Or when we Chebujin, that's jollof rice or benachin. You call it them two names from us.
mad
Yeah,
thing.
but don't get me wrong though. I give all the credit to Ghana and Nigeria. They took it to the wall, bro.
Nigeria.
No, no, I'm gonna have to give because listen, I think you guys took it to the wall, like yeah. So here we are. Everyone is in jollof now.
I
You
want
get-
to have Wolof. I want to have an original.
Oh, yo, you come there. You pack some in the bag and
I'm
come
telling
with
you,
it.
I'm
So,
telling you.
so,
Yes,
Yeah,
you
man.
really learn something new
Every
there.
time, bro.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of disinformation and misinformation out there. Yeah, not on fly on the wall.
Yeah, man.
Not on fly on the wall
exactly.
perspective, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that is mad. Hey, shout out Gambia, man. I need to go ASAP, man. Ah, shit. So, what do you consider to be the biggest challenges facing grassroots football on the continent of Africa?
on the continent of Africa. He mentioned some of them. He's talked about infrastructure, mismanagement of funds by our governing authorities, like the football departments that's supposed to be putting everything back into the community. Half of the time they put 20% of the investment into the investment itself, in where it's supposed to go. The rest goes unaccountable. You know, it's not helping anyone. And I think football need to be the way it brings people
Is
together.
corruption still a problem?
Culture.
Is that
I don't think
trickling into?
I don't think anymore. I don't think that's a problem anymore because now everyone wants to keep to be a footballer in Africa. Trust me, I've spoke to a lot of people, and because they can see when it's one of the only things that bring the whole nations together in Africa.
Yeah.
So
It's a powerful.
yeah, it's a powerful tool that we can use to better ourselves in all aspects. So if we can make it more accessible to people, get more programs regarding that. The funds are there because there is a lot of funds being pumped into it, but the people that are supposed to be using it in the right way, they're not doing that. So, and I think I would say the AFCON is getting better.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
yeah, so I think that we just need to start nurturing from when they're young, man. I believe, like him saying at the age of 17, I was playing football, bro. I can't remember when I started playing football, to be honest. From a little kid.
But is infrastructure the biggest problem? What in your personal
I think,
point of view,
I mean,
to really get the youth at the level that is
it depends.
required for
It depends
them
on how
to-
you define
to push
football.
on?
It depends how because
Like-
the things is people are playing football in
course.
Africa, in Nigeria, wherever it is. You know, my older brother, he was playing again. You know, this rainy season tournament.
Yeah.
He was like one of the stars. He should have been a professional footballer, to be honest. He was that good. So there's always been football going on. I think what it is, if you look at the macro system, the economy in terms of how things are structured, it's not structured in a way to support the development of football as a profession. It's just more you play football because you enjoy it.
That's right.
But in terms of seeing it as a profession, like look at here, for example, you know, St. George's Park, that was built as a development centre for England,
England,
right
yeah,
from both men, women, and so on and so forth. They saw if we have this center, we could potentially win major tournaments, and that major tournaments can actually get exactly. So look at the return on investment and so on and so forth. So I think for football to really, because if there's no vision or strategy, then there'll be they won't actually see the purpose or the benefit of actually investing in infrastructure.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think they need to actually see it as because think about it. If you look at France, for example, the national team, a lot of the players have parental origins from, West Africa and so on and so forth, and Central Africa and so on, So imagine if they saw the benefit of actually the talent is there. So I think to me it's always good. Actually, let's go back to the roots. Actually, if they see that the creates it as an industry, and see what it could generate, and then so we don't have a structure as a system in terms of like where you have, say for example, you pay tax.
Not domestically.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things. I think I'm speaking to make it sustainable, but there are talents that people are playing football, and it's just not embedded into the national economical system.
And I think that's the biggest mistake that they're making. Because if they make everyone benefit from that, imagine the amount of foreign players, like contracts you can deliver to the rest of the world, and all of those people are going to be getting paid in foreign currency, which when they convert it into your local currency, helps the economy in our aspect. And I think they just don't. I'm not going to say they don't know, because bro, the world is at a state that nowadays a lot of people do know, but selfishness, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, there's that aspect as well.
It's multifaceted.
I think just also say also it's about we also got to be mindful when we use the word Africa as well, because like if you look at certain countries in Africa, they have an established league.
Yeah.
South Africa, for example, they have a really fully functioning league, sponsorship, stadium.
They're signing Gambians. They're signing Gambians. Yeah.
And so
biggest economy in Africa, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you look at, that goes back to the whole economic, how having that overall macro system as well.
Exactly.
So if you look at some of the North African league as well, they have solid league. So it's supposed to actually say, okay, it depends on which part of Africa we're referring to. Maybe not as established.
No, that's right. That's a
I
good
think
point.
It's supposed to actually break that, so we don't end up thinking like, it's just
the whole of Africa.
Yeah.
But most people here we're talking about West Central
Africa,
Central and
or Sub-Sahara.
Sub-Sahara Africa. There you go. That's the one. Yeah.
Exactly. No, because there is a person called David Goldblat. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a British sports writer, journalist, broadcaster, the list goes on. And very renowned person, like a football historian, pretty much. And have you guys heard about the Football Foundation for Africa?
No.
Okay. This is
Wow.
massive venture. So this is what David Goldblat. This guy's got a mad name. David Goldblat. This is what he's...
As in gold and then PALATT.
Gold and then BL. Yeah, exactly. BLA double T.
Yeah, Goldblat. That's interesting.
mad name.
We'll definitely check that out after this.
Definitely. Let me pull up what he said, because I think he is spot on. Just waiting for this. So this is what he said about the state of football in Africa. On the state of football in Africa, Sean wondered, whoever that is, why Africans were not delivering, and why are there empty stadiums in Africa. This has happened because of the introduction of satellite television in our homes. Said David. The viewership of Premier League games on weekends has increased to 350 million people. And that is Africa alone. Only, he's saying here. But it is equally evident that people are no longer going to stadiums to watch football in Africa. And those willing to go to stadiums do not have the wherewithal to buy access tickets. David added a sentiment that has always been a thorn in the flesh of every African football fan. In Africa, players migrate to the European League because they are not well compensated or are not compensated at all for their trade.
Yeah.
The grass is greener in Europe for African players in that case.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I do agree with everything that he says, and but apart from the stadium bit, though, I think that's just come down to people not like here. You've seen the clubs how they do it here. They get the fans involved.
Yeah, but I think that's a valid point though, because when you think about it, so finish what you're saying.
Yeah. And what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is it's about when it comes to the everything else he said, I agree with that. But apart from the chance that people don't go out to watch football as they do, like because of televisions and whatnot. But if you look at the rainy season time, bro, the Nawetan, I'm telling you, that's just my experience that I've experienced.
He's exaggerating.
Yeah.
A little bit there.
Yeah, I think he over exaggerated, and they didn't. The leagues have not been sold to the people the way they were supposed to. So like the fans and
people don't understand the rivalry. Even in Congo, cousins who grew up there, and the rivalry. They say, "Do you think there's rivalry?"
No,
in this
bro.
country?
You've seen it, bro. And the judge and all of that goes into it. It's just crazy.
Because
So
telling me the ball's gone over the line.
bro.
Fans are going mad.
So what I'm saying is, once we can, I think it's just about finding ways of trying to get the fans involved into whatever the team is doing, and the football match them to, and then people will go out and watch football, man. I've seen people who want to watch football. Yeah.
But I think that's interesting though, talking about, people have access to like satellite TVs and stuff, and there might be a point to that, because if you can watch, why would someone go watch a local league game kicking off at 3 p.m. on a Saturday versus a Premier League game?
Exactly.
So I think there's probably something there to actually maybe we just haven't been aware of it, that making satellites and stuff accessible was part of actually almost creating a market
For everything else to come into
Yeah. Yeah, so it's something to really think about. It goes back to the conversation around to say, if that's the case, then so we could potentially see this as an opportunity to then start creating a footballing industry to actually say, okay, cool. If our players want to go to Europe, fair enough. Let's create a league. Let's create a foundation like they've done in Senegal, for example. They have a structure right to like the junior age and the pathway to make sure to see how you get to the senior team, for example. And I know in Cameroon, they make sure, I think now the players, they get paid in the league. So there are things I think Samuel Eto'o is actually put in place in the Cameroon FA. So I think there's probably...
He's not the only one though, is he? African player that's really invested in the development of...
Right now, I think he's one of them because from what I heard, I'm not sure how true this is.
Is it PR for a lot of like retired African stars as well?
I feel like he cares.
Do you think they naturally care?
Yeah,
I think he
believe
cares.
Eto'o does, but
I think he
do you
cares.
think there's a bit of PR in there for some of these guys, or they?
Who else is doing it though? Like the way, the level that he's doing it. Because I've sent him a video. I think I sent him a video of JJ Okocha saying that he doesn't want to go in there because he knows that the politics and all that. He doesn't want to put up with that. I sent him a video of JJ Okocha saying just say so.
Do you think that dynamics is different in every
country? That's what I think. That's what I think.
Nigeria is very political when it comes to Nigeria. Like to do Oga,
of course,
senior man and all that stuff. And this is partly why, going back to the challenges, that's partly one of the things affecting the development of football in Africa. I mean, the former Nigeria was the Nigerian Football Federation chairman. Like, it's just. Nonsense.
Dodgy
nonsense. So it's just unfortunate people see it as just. I wonder again. There's no evidence of this, but I wonder if actually it comes across as a way to just fill up their pockets.
Bro, you don't have to see evidence for that, bro.
But I think you also got to like see.
Can't dismiss that though. There's still that greed that's in football as well, and I've spoken to like agents. Who are from here, but who have
players in
Africa.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
but that's why we're trying to do what we're doing here, to try and have everything under one umbrella and do the thing the right way, bro. We're not trying to be greedy with it. We started with free, literally, bro. That's what we started with, and then hopefully, eventually, even if we're gonna be making money from the people back home, it's gonna be affordable enough for everyone to be able to be part of. That's what me. It's all about. Bro, man, I'd rather have a lot of £1 than having £20, 5 for them, if you get what I mean. Like, but what I'm saying is, I just like want to see more people involved having access to the thing, which is gonna help us get to where we want to go to. But it's just crazy right now, bro.
I think obviously we're still playing catch up.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely.
But I do believe it's at the same time things will improve. Like that's inevitable.
I mean, if you look at the last few years, the access to technology, like mobile phones, has accelerated the growth and development in most African youth and so on.
That's when VO need to come in, bro. I've been telling you about this, yeah.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is, though, now that people have access to information that we are able to consume, being based here, for example, so I think that's accelerating things a lot quicker. So, yeah, I think I feel like we're catching up at a faster rate.
That's right.
Yeah.
So give it another 15, 20, 30 years, I think, yeah. Especially now that people like us, for example, we then use the money that we earn from here to actually go back and invest with the knowledge and everything that comes into that. So again, it just makes things go a lot quicker.
Yeah.
There you go. No, most definitely, because I was watching African Nations and I see how state of the art the stadiums are now. It's come a long way compared to back in the day.
That's right.
When we was younger watching AFCON and see it's improved, but again, I know the Chinese are massively responsible.
Yeah, that's right.
And FIFA as well. One thing I think FIFA actually, I know some of my friends, like really good friends who are Arsenal fans, they are not for Arsene Wenger being the global head of football development in FIFA, at FIFA.
FIFA, right?
But I'm like, I'm in support of it. Because I think that people have different opinions about FIFA.
Yeah.
But I feel like FIFA are moving football to not just be a Western-centric focus.
Yeah.
Now
it's
called a World Cup for a reason.
That's right.
It's not just a UK and American Cup. So for example, like taking football to Qatar.
That's what I was going to say.
And
I think
they are taking
They bought
football.
that one.
No, but it did. It was needed. Bro.
Again, there's got evidence.
No, but even if they sell it, listen, this is coming from me. Even if they buy it, but it was needed.
But who does
the
it?
world
Of
need
course, I'm not.
The
the
thing
world
is,
need to.
It's just economics.
the thing is,
Well-
what other countries has not bought
Anything.
World
100%.
Cup in the past? The point I'm trying to make is, before we get to a debate, is that FIFA, whether we like them or not, I feel like the current leadership are moving. Again, FIFA is an organization, they have to look after their own interest. They see that, okay, there is this part of the world that has this massive desire for football. So let's take football there, let's grow it. And that's what's happening. I think that will only benefit,
And you know what? It's already benefiting us,
Yeah.
Africa, because there's a lot of money that they pumping into the development of. I can only talk on behalf of
We
Gambia.
just need access to that money.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's what I was gonna go to. That money is going into the football federations, but it's not leaving the football federation. But as soon as it gets in there, and then they come up with the way this report at the end of the year for auditing and all of that. Bro, I think. Because they're not having some people to come back and check everything that they're reporting on. So that's how they get away with it. But
We need accountability.
yeah, we need accountability, definitely.
Absolutely. Do you think the progression of African football, the overall progression of it, lies on African people, young African first generation immigrants over not just the UK, whether it's France, whether it's I don't know in Italy or like black people who are in the West and who want to give back and help the progression of African football and not just those people that I'm talking about. Also, is there more African players, professional players can do
A lot more.
as well? So which one is it? or is it?
I think it's a combination of both of them. So that's what I think. I
And
think
everyone being on code.
yes,
Is there-
yes.
is there
And for me, when you say African, I see every black man as an African man.
of
So
course.
what I'm saying is there is a come on the football world. How many black people have you seen in the football world, bro? Why we,
Come on.
bro? I think if the players here that have done their bit can go and help the people out there with their experience, that will help. But the people out there as well should be able to have their own platforms within the country to be able to study the game, learn it the way.
That's
No,
what I'm
even if it's not exactly like how we got it here,
That's what I'm talking about.
but we can do it our own way, bro. But
Yeah.
we need a facility.
Because what it is, there is, because there is the numbers, there's the fan bases,
Yeah.
there's the people. So why can't there be post-match interviews, in the domestic league, in the top flight of Gambian football?
Wait,
East, bro, we-
Or
you
Congolese football?
you coming
Or
up,
Nigerian football?
bro. Do me a
you see
favor.
what I'm alluding to?
So
Yeah.
to answer your
I'm like,
Come
I'm
in and
sure
tap into that.
I can see that there are the resources, the numbers there. There are. So why are we not seeing those kind of things happen?
I think to answer your question, I think it's both where footballers, can go back to helping people that live here, born and raised there, or some myself who was born in Nigeria and moved over in and to go back and help. I think for me anyway, yes, it's about helping kids back home, but also it is a business at the end of the day. So I think seeing it as a business and a way to potentially generate revenue and income. It's a business. That's what, because you're just providing a service, and then so I think if we can present it to people as a business opportunity, I think they can. So I think also I get go back to your hometown, you donate stuff. I think we also probably need to move away from that as well, and not just about donating, but think okay, how can I create a business so that the people they can also earn and see it as a profession. So I think we also need to
creating jobs.
Yeah.
Again.
Then I think we did talk about that, and I think we did talk about that. When it comes to the organization that we created,
Yeah.
for us, it's only 4 people that are officially in the ownership of the team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 people that are running it back there, the vice president that you saw on the video, and the secretary general that was speaking on the interview, they own some percentage of the football team. I had to give them that because I believe in ownership. Once they make it their own, and then he got his own percentage. I've even outlined everything of how to generate funds different from this set of people that we got. And boy, can you imagine making 65 to 70,000 pounds from a little country like Gambia, which is 3.5 million people, yeah?
It's a small country.
Yeah, and that's only for 400 kids more. That's how I need for a year. You can, bro, tell me that's not a good turnover. And then you move it to another African country.
Of course.
Yeah, you take it to Niger, bro.
Of course.
What like how much? There you got more people who can afford it, and we just need the structure to be there. And once we start, we can run with it and make a lot of money from it as well.
That's what,
Like he said, it's a business thing. It's a business.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time and everything and effort and all of that when I'm
Come
not.
on.
I got a family to look after, as well. So come on, yeah.
I think we just need to move away from. We should not even need. I think moving away from that whole. I'm just gonna donate and. So I'm from based on my personal opinion. I've always felt uncomfortable about that. I just go and donate
And then leave. Nah.
because I grew up there, so I know what it's. I have both perspective.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's stop treating ourselves as just donate things to.
Like needy people that always need to be looked after, Come on, we can do this, bro. We got all, yeah. Accepting every handout that come our way, bro.
I'm like, we need to create sustainability. And people to actually to depend.
Foreign aid.
Yeah, exactly, to depend on themselves.
All of that need to go out.
And this is where I think we can. When I say we, people like say live here, can go back and bring in. Obviously, having contacts and access to local knowledge and so on and so forth, to really create that. And I feel I'm quite passionate about actually having that ownership of that process and so on. Yeah.
No, definitely. So the future is bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 For football in Africa.
Definitely. I think, given the current global state of football, like I said, FIFA, looking to invest, especially shifting football to like the Asian continent, for example, like West Asia, the Middle East, and all those places, and also Africa. I think it can only, get better. And I mean, the amount of money that's been put into football as well tells you that.
It's a massive industry, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's becoming professionalized now.
No, definitely. Because I look at the Premiership. Let's see how much
All right.
African players that are playing here, and just in general, obviously black players, but in positions of management in the top league, underrepresented. How many black managers are in like the professional tier of English football? From League 2 up until the Premiership. Personally, I don't see that changing in this country
Yeah, exactly.
in the long run.
Yeah.
But I see that being more realistic
If you can implement
in
it,
Africa.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Opposed
Hold
to any
on.
other country in
I don't know how true this is as well, because I sent it to him. I had thing. Saul Campbell is applying for the Gambian national team to be
Allegedly,
a coach.
we don't.
Allegedly, yeah, but we don't. Yeah, and
Okay.
and I think they're saying is it yeah, who was that? Manchester City, one of the tourists.
Yeah,
Toure.
Kolo was there, was over-
Yeah. I think one of the brothers they've all put in their applications to be the Gambian national coach. I hope. So I think them doing stuff like that might help. But eventually, bro, who was a better midfielder than Kolo Toure? You wanna tell me he can't take the game, bro? From
Yaya.
understand, yeah. From the way he understand the games and from all the expertise that he learned from. So if I was the president of the Gambian Football Federation and I see that, I would even wait. I would ask for him to come, bro. If especially me having his application, I would take him all day. So
come on,
that's
man.
just my opinion, though.
The
So
other day, my boy
yeah.
was like, his dad seen Yaya Toure playing and said he's the best player that he's seen play live. You know.
Yeah. So
So yeah, obviously, look, AFCON, all national teams. Yeah, we see a few white managers, managing African teams. We've all seen that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Innit?
yeah, we like. Yeah, I know, but it's
We're
high
not
time now.
racist,
I don't.
But
But
I'm talking about domestically in Africa, the top flight, managers.
I think
and what potential is there?
money. So the money is this is where, because if you're a manager, every human being has aspirations. Yeah, your top flight. Let's say the guy that won the Ivory Coast, the AFCON for Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
If a team in Europe says, you know what, I want to offer you X million of pounds worth to come manage my team,
You go.
what would he do?
You go.
Exactly. So we got to see one thing. Actually, also because progress has been made, but I think we'll also look at the economics as well. Because if the money isn't there to sustain you, you'd want to go somewhere
Exactly.
else
Yeah,
to
so-
sustain you. So I think there is a lot more. I think we just need to understand the economics of football,
Yeah, definitely.
and if we can do that, understand, and then start growing or creating the foundations to actually create football as an
And
industry.
take it in serious, like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
football is embedded in the fabric of English
England,
culture.
yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Is football not a black sport? Like, and do you know what I'm saying? It should be the potential that it has.
It's like cricket. Look at India.
Yeah.
So India sees the value of cricket. They see as now they have the Indian Premier League cricket today again.
And the Caribbean as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. I think hopefully the more we actually start seeing football as a product that we can export, through in terms of like talents whatsoever, or we just need. I just think money plays a key role in this. The more resources we can have in terms of money to create a structure, an ecosystem that will help generate funds. Because if I'm going to invest my money in say one of the Premier League teams in, I don't know, Nigeria, for example, I'm like, but where are the fans? They're not gonna. If they're not watching, then where's the return on investment?
But the numbers are there though.
But that's what I'm trying. It goes back to the whole thing about
Being devil's advocate.
yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to the whole. Do we have a compelling? I think we just again. I'm not just thinking on top of my head. I think we've got to create a different type of football. So, for example, we know in West Africa the whole rainy season tournament thing is quite big. Imagine actually hosting just a rainy season tournament, make it big, get sponsorship and so on and so forth. You get paid. So those are
Those-
we're going to
that's what
think innovatively. We're actually going to think
That's what-
innovatively.
Yeah,
as to how
outside of
to
the box
create.
to be able to create, you see what we got, and then see how you're gonna use that to the best of your.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Ability to make.
So
as
imagine
much
that
as
becomes a
possible
league.
from
So
it.
forget trying to create a whole league from August to May.
Yeah.
Just say, you know
Yeah.
what, this 3 months.
Yeah, or 4 months.
Yeah.
However
We're
much.
gonna get sponsors, get brand, all that stuff, and then from that, just something innovative and different. That's why the Indian Premier League is so exciting because they have a specific time where they sign up players and
Exactly.
that's done. Next year, Indian Premier League's coming up again. So we've got to create something innovative, just like that. Maybe that's actually an idea to actually think of. Just create tournaments.
Right. Not 100%. Let's do it, boys.
Yeah.
Come on, we're doing this.
No, honestly, boys, thank you very much for coming on today.
No,
I
thank
think
you for having
the
us.
viewers are going to learn so much about the current state of football in Africa. Not just football, and the economics as well, and the need for that to be really done responsibly and effectively, because we do see the potential there. I believe one day it will get fulfilled, but it's so multifaceted. So we'll be having more of these conversations going forward. So just before we wrap up, Kante, you got to tell me an interesting fact about yourself quickly.
Ooh, for me, again, it's just like right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's Ramadan. I'm missing my Tarawih prayers, but I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna go for the late Tarawih, so I'm good. I'm good.
There we go. And you, Oris?
Yeah, man.
I am one of 9, so I have 8 siblings.
8.
Yep.
Jeez.
I have a football team. Add my parents, mum, dad. That's an 11 side, and then add nephews and nieces. That's the sub bench. So technically, we actually have a football squad. So I've got about maybe 13, 14 nephews and nieces. So add that to 8 siblings. What's that? What's number 20? That's actually an Arsenal squad of 26.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. So yeah,
Mad.
I'm one of 9.
Take one of
And
9.
and the middle child as well.
All the same father.
Actually, no. 7 of us are, but all same
Okay.
mum.
Okay.
So my mum had all 9. I don't know how she did it. It's insane.
God, that's normal now.
Shout out to my mum as well.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah,
I love
of
you, mom.
course. Come
Come on,
on.
big up, mom.
Mama Gladys.
Come on.
We call her Mama Gladys.
Hey, no, how can we forget about that?
Yeah.
No,
So
man, very interesting. That.
man.
No, thank you very much, boys. So, would you like to promote TJFC?
All we want is just be open for anyone that can come and make the thing better. We can sit down, to have a conversation. Oris is here to talk about partnership and everything, so we can just and see what we got, means of how to get it better for everyone to benefit from it. So
No, definitely. We'll be putting the link in the description as well for anybody that wants to.
So we've got we just recently created a Instagram page again just to create that awareness for people over here and also back in Gambia as well. So
Oh, okay, yeah. Would you like to tell people?
it's TJFC and Academy. So and is in A&D.
Okay.
Yeah, TJFC and Academy.
Now we'll put it in for sure. Thank you very much, boys. It's a boy BX. Make sure you like, comment, share, all of that. We're over and out. Done now.
Peace.
Come on.